You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yeah! What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. A lot of fun we're going to have today, as we do every single day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But right now, we got to bring it back. Yes, sir. Oh, I love that. I love that. Man Talk Monday. Shouts out to all of my Stewies. What up? What up? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope it was fun-filled like mine was. A lot of great stuff to get into on today's show. Shouts out to everybody already in the chat room. I'm already looking at this chat room, and it's filled with all the Stewies. Shouts out to Mocha Bella, Rel Scott, Vet Ninja, Jungle Brother, Vern from Jersey, Texas Ty. Shouts out to you all in the chat room. Yes! Oh, man. Now, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for joining me. We do this Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We're like in our 8th month. We have a great time. We talk about sports like nobody else. That's documented. I mean, that's not even, anywhere near not the case. All right. So, You can call the show at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. But the easy way to be totally interactive, I just mentioned some people's online handles, their names, Texas Tide, Rel Scott, all of those cats. The easy way is to follow the show on Spreaker.com. Hit the little follow button, and then there's a little chat bubble. You click on that, and then bam, boom, you're in contact, and you're in the world of the Stewies. That's what I call the listeners, Stewies. Isn't that cute? Yeah, and so it's like a family in there, man, and so we're totally interactive. So I talk about the stories, whatever's going on in the world of sports and beyond, and then I read a lot of reaction and commentary from the listeners in the chat room. So it's the most interactive show in America. I mean, there's no denying that. There's no denying that at all. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. June 1st, 2015, Man Talk Monday once again. We're going to talk about some Falcons players. They just can't get right with no damn dogs, man. What the hell is it with Falcons players and dogs? So we'll talk about that. Johnny Manziel's in the news. Kevin Love speaks. Chicago Bulls seem to have their guy. Not sure I like it, but the Pelicans got their guy as well. And who says college football teams don't make money? And college football doesn't make money. Obviously, the NBA Finals get started this Thursday. The Golden State Warriors taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, so we can get into some of that early conversation as well. There's a lot going on, man. Today is National, let me make sure I get this right. Today is National Say Something Nice Day. That's right. It's an unofficial, they got it in quote marks, national holiday originated in Charleston, South Carolina, which is near my hometown. It's based on the book Say Something Nice, Be a Lifter at Work. The mayors of Charleston and North Charleston, along with the South Baptist Convention, the Charleston Atlantic Presbytery, joined together to establish National Say Something Nice Day. All right, so the purpose is just to say something nice to somebody, man. So let me start it off. And what I want y'all to do for the rest of the day, the listeners to the show, I want y'all to go around and just say something nice to somebody. It's as simple as that. Just like National Say Something Nice Day is saying that we should do, go around and say something nice to somebody. Thank you very much, man. Y'all are the best listeners in the world. Thank you. Thank you for making the Doug Stewart Show the #1 online show in America. The biggest and the best. Thank y'all. Y'all are the best, man. Y'all are the best. I couldn't do it without y'all. I mean, I just couldn't do it without y'all. So that's how you do it. All right, that's an example. Say something nice to somebody. Kind of like paying it forward. We're going to pay it forward by saying something nice. So if you say something nice to somebody, maybe they'll say something nice to somebody, and then we'll keep it moving like that, all right? This past weekend, Sundresses in Seersucker 6. If you're from Atlanta, I'm sure that you may have attended. So let me give you what it is. I mean, it's just like the name. It's an event that my chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Mu Mu, the DMMQs here in Atlanta, it's an annual event. It's kind of like a concert under the stars type thing, concert on the lawn, and people come out from far and wide, man, wearing sundresses. The ladies wear sundresses, and the dudes wear those seersucker suits, which is kind of like a lighter material that you wear in the summertime. Hell, we're in the South. And so if you're from the North, you may not even know what the hell I'm talking about, but trust me, you can Google it. And so everybody's out looking good. Everybody's looking fantastic. Quinn and the Jukebox is a local band here in Atlanta, and they're just off the chain. I mean, they are absolutely off the chain, man. This weekend, they turned it out, man. Sundresses Seersucker 6 was a tremendous success. Once again, the 6th one, and it was a tremendous success. I actually was the MC of the event. This is the 3rd year in a row I've done it, so you may be able to hear in my voice a little bit of a hoarseness, if that's a word, because I really, really turned it up this weekend. Like the children say, we were turned up. And if you were out there, let me ask you this, and you can give me your opinion in the chat room or you can give me a call. I think, and if you're from Metro Atlanta, once again, we're the show's based here in Atlanta, but, I mean, we're nationwide, we're worldwide. I mean, we got listeners all over the place, Afghanistan, Iceland, Nigeria. I mean, we're all over the place. But if you went to the event and you attend these types of annual events, I'm going to make this statement. I think, and I've been to a lot of events, two things. I think that this Sundresses and Seersuckers event might be the biggest and the best annual event in Atlanta, Georgia. And two, as far as the Qs, I think this might be the best annual event for the Qs nationally. For Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated nationally, as far as a, go out, have a good time type of, event. So just fantastic. If you were out there, man, you know what I'm saying is gospel. I mean, unbelievable, man. It gets bigger and better. At some point, I think we're going to have to figure out and find a bigger venue. I know we love the venue that we've been at since its inception, Heritage Park in Sandy Springs. But my gosh, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Great time. Shouts out to Quinn in the Jukebox. Shouts out to DMM. Shouts out to the executive board, man. Great time. SNS 6. Also, before we jump to a break and we get back, we're going to talk about Prince Shimble from the Atlanta Falcons. Damn, son. Wow. But before we go to a break, let me mention this quickly, and we're going to kind of have a little fun with this today. Today is Morgan Freeman's birthday. Happy birthday to him. And we do birthdays as well. Not only is it Morgan Freeman's birthday, but it's several other people of significance birthday today. So we'll talk about those in a couple of segments, probably in about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, so stay tuned for that. But today is Morgan Freeman's birthday. And, I mean, outside of Samuel Jackson, I mean, Morgan Freeman's the other black dude that gets all of the male movie roles in America. And he's been around for a long-ass time. So kind of to pay homage to him, and I'm a guy that grew up with Morgan Freeman, and if you're under the age of 30, you may not get what I'm about to say. Morgan Freeman, for people that listen to the show that are in my age bracket, Morgan Freeman, his most notable thing early in his career is he was the character Easy Reader on The Electric Company. You remember Easy Reader? So that was early 70s. That was early 70s, and me and my brother, obviously, we grew up on that, man. And so I've got a fondness in my heart for the great Morgan Freeman. So today what I'm going to do, paying homage to him a little bit, is we're going to talk about Morgan Freeman, man. I'm going to give you some little-known facts about the dude. Fantastic actor. I mean, just a tremendous actor. The man's like 90 years old, not exactly, but I'll tell you his birthday in a second. And he's still got all his damn hair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So we'll have some fun with that. But when we get back, man, we got to do it. We got to talk about a really, really unfortunate story, especially for this city. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Prince Shimble Talk up next. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it, and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedugstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. One thing about getting old, man, and I've talked about this before, it's just hard to recover. I mean, I just gotta be real with you. It's just hard to recover, man. So this event that I was telling you about earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, Sundresses and Seersuckers, man. This event was Saturday night, man, and I still feel like somebody hit me in the mouth with a bag of nickels. I mean, it's just, and it was free alcohol, and, we had to drink responsibly. But it was free alcohol. Shouts out to Jack Daniels. And, I was up on this stage, and it was night air. And I just can't do it like I used to. And so when I was done, I tried to, bite the snake that bit me, however that damn saying goes. And so I went and had a couple of six-packs afterwards. All right, just made it even worse. And then I'm about to turn 46 in November. So it was a real rough weekend, man. I tried my best to recover and, drink hot tea and all of that stuff from this event. If you're just joining me, Seersuckers and Sundresses this past weekend, and I hosted, and it was off the chain, 6th year in a row. It was just fantastic. But I'm just old. I'm just old. I am. Shut up, studio audience. Right. It's times like this where I understand, why my old man never wanted to come out and do anything. He just used to want to sit on the couch and watch football, watch sports. And now I kind of get it because I am hurting. I'm hurting. I am really hurting. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. So this news came out, I think it was Saturday. Late Saturday, or not even Saturday. I think it might have been afternoon Saturday, but the Atlanta Falcons have waived linebacker Prince Shimbo after he was charged Friday with killing his former girlfriend's dog. Okay, so it happened Friday when he was charged. But the story hit the air on Saturday, or we found out about it early on Saturday, and within 2 or 3 hours, the Falcons had waived dude. They had already cut him. We don't have no time for this, man. And, he was a 4th-round draft pick out of Notre Dame last year. Okay. I mean, had some good things that he had done for the Falcons throughout his rookie year. Not a world beater for no regard. He's got a future, had a future. I don't know about this right now, though, if he has a future. But the Falcons waived him. Obviously, about all the turmoil with dogs and Michael Vick and that whole thing that went down. And this organization and how big of an uproar that thing was. And then even, if you follow the Atlanta Falcons, you remember Jonathan Babineau had a situation like this where he killed the family dog or something Now, he claims it was because of for self-defense. The dog had some prior attacks on people. And so Jonathan Babineau, supposedly was defending his child, his small child, from the dog. But that was in the news. And then you add this to the story. I mean, how could this happen? Like, how could one organization in sports, because I really don't hear or haven't heard about this type of story from any other organization or happening any other time period, where dogs were killed by athletes and then charges were brought against them. And this is a felony charge. Now Prince Shimbo says that he was watching the dog. His girlfriend had left, and he was watching the dog. He tried to put the dog in the cage or something to that degree, and the dog bit him, and he kind of reacted by kicking the damn dog. I mean, he's like freaking Pops from Friday. He kicked the damn dog, and it's a little one of those little toy dogs. It doesn't take a lot to hurt one of those little dogs. In my family, we have a Shih Tzu. His name is Kipper, my daughter's dog, and they love the death of that dog. That dog's like 12 pounds, and the dog is damn near 80 years old. Okay, so I don't know about the age of this girl's dog or whatever, but she came home and found the dog, and the dog was dead, and Prince Shimbo acknowledged like he kicked the damn dog. Like, seriously, son, you 250 pounds, you a grown-ass man. Oh, yeah, some type of alarm should go off in your head, that the Falcons and the organization has had issues with animal abuse in the past. Some big-ass issues. And this guy kicks the dog. Now, he sounds very apologetic, and I get that. This isn't a situation nowhere in comparison in relative terms to what Michael Vick was doing and fighting dogs and killing dogs and all of that stuff. But he's very apologetic, man, but it's just, I don't really fault the Atlanta Falcons in this situation for doing what they had to do and getting rid of him because it's just too much. I mean, you're just doing too much. If you play for the Atlanta Falcons and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, or you play for any sports team in the city of Atlanta, you got to be like super, super nice to animals and pets. You just have to. Seriously, dude. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the outcome. But like I said, I get why the Falcons acted so swiftly in terminating the contract. And once again, this isn't like, the starting quarterback, anybody like that. If this was Matt Ryan or if this was Julio Jones or something like that, then, they probably would wait until they got more details. I mean, let's be real about that. But in this situation, fourth rounder, linebacker, those come a dime a dozen. So they figured, let's just cut this off right now. And so they waived them. What are your thoughts on that, man? I mean, that's unbelievable. Jonathan Babineau, defensive lineman, now this situation, and then you go all the way back to Mike Vick for one organization to have these types of stories just continue to occur. I don't know. Is it a coincidence? It can't be a coincidence. Is there some type of culture of animal abuse? I mean, are they talking like Pops from Friday in the locker room about how they grab the dog and they grab it and choke it? And is that what they're doing in the locker room? Is there some type of culture permeating, with this type of thing and with the Falcons? I don't think so. I'm just, really kind of being facetious about that. But very, very strange story when you think about it, when you put in all the variables about this organization and past issues with animal abuse. Yeah, 404. What are your thoughts on that? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read some of your chat messages. And once again, the chat is the way to go. The chat is the way to go. All right, and also let me mention this as well. This segment is brought to you by DraftKings. Use the passcode or the code STEW, promotional code STEW, STEW, and anything you deposit into your DraftKings account up to $600, DraftKings and me will match it. Okay, that's $600. Anything you put into your account when you start your account on DraftKings up to $600, and you use the promo code STEW, me and DraftKings will match it. So if you put in $600, you'll be playing with $1,200. You cannot beat that with a stick. Listen, stay tuned for all of the Stewies, people that listen to this show. I need you to help me promote the show in a specific way. to get the word out. It's going to be very simple, very easy. I'll tell you about that in the next segment of today's show. But let me read some of this chat. Sluggo, why do teams like the Falcons react so fast with players being accused of something, but owners get the full, let the judicial system play out spiel? These guys need to wake up. Exactly. I mean, I agree with your point on that. It's always a double standard when you're talking about these owners and people involved with the hierarchy of football and players. It is what it is. It's kind of like what I just talked about a couple of seconds ago. These are expendable guys for the most part. You let it be, once again, Matt Ryan or Julio Jones or somebody like that, nah, it wouldn't happen that fast. They'd be, we take our time with the case, but a guy like Prince Shimble hit the brick, son. From Vince Wright, Doug hit that Henny Saturday night. No, not Henny, Jack Daniels. J-Rob, Cooking with the Currys is an actual online show. Coincidence? I did not know that. Cooking with the Currys. Interesting. I did not know that. I got to look that up. And then ESPN has the little commercials with Chef Curry in the food line at the ESPN location. Vince Wright, seersucker. Once again, I just said that. I said that. Vince Wright, for people who are listening to the show, Vince is from Minnesota. So trust me, there's a lot of different cultural differences between a place like Minnesota and Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. Seersucker suit it's a lightweight material. I guess maybe the suit is called seersucker, akin to, like linen. It's a lightweight material, obviously, because it's hot as hell down here in the South. All right, so we have to wear lighter materials. And then it's got, like, most of the times it's got, like, little stripes about it, horizontal or vertical stripes as well. And they come in different colors. Most of the times the stripes are light blue or dark blue on white. But they come in all different types of colors right now. So trust me, it's a big thing. As a matter of fact, we actually have a website that promotes it or gives some of the highlights of the past Seersuckers and Sundresses event. It's actually Sundresses and Seersuckers. So just Google Sundresses and Seersuckers, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. I mean, you're talking about some of the most beautiful women wearing sundresses. A lot of them don't wear drawers. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic. A lot of times, some of these ladies come out here and you can see through it. Not that I'm trying to see through their dresses or anything like that or some type of perv. I'm just saying. That's a really, really good group of people, especially the ladies. I mean, top notch, okay, dime pieces that come out to this event. Just trust me on it. Just Google Sundresses and Seersuckers and look at a couple of the videos from the past years, and you'll see what I'm talking about. From Falpay National, say something nice. They Doug, you're not the worst thing in the world, also not the best. Man, thank you, Falpay. You didn't have to add the last part about also not the best, but thank you. I'm not the worst thing in the world. I actually take that as a compliment, man. Thank you, man. And once again, I have heard from you, the listener, okay? I've heard from you and new people to the show, listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Once in a while, man, the spirit will hit me and I'll belt out a tune, and sometimes I just feel it, and so I go for it. And so I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from the listeners about my singing, and so I just want to say thank you. Shut up! Shut up! Just because you can't sing don't mean I can't. Shut up! Studio audience around here is just crazy, man. Sometimes they just smelling themselves. But thank you so much for the kind compliments. And that's what I'm talking about on National Say Something Nice Day. Say something nice, man. I mean, that was almost like a kind of like a rib shot or whatever. But I'm still going to take that as you saying something nice. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Maybe there'll be an opportunity today I'll let you hear my vocals. It's tough. It's kind of tough because I struggling with my voice a little bit after this past weekend. Dallas says, glad to see the Qs doing their thing. Falpay, the birthday bash is a major event for Atlanta too. Okay, I guess let me amend my statement earlier about the Sundresses and Seersuckers event being the biggest event in Atlanta for grown people. The biggest annual event in Atlanta for grown people. Yeah, definitely birthday bash. is off the chain, and they've been doing that for like 20 years. But that's younger people, obviously. Birthday Bash is an annual event concert that's put on by a local hip-hop radio station, and that is big. That's huge. I'm talking about for grown people, like 35 and up. Yeah, Sundressers and Seersuckers is like that. All right, when we get back from the break, man, more cats getting in trouble. Johnny Manziel, he just can't get right. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! I don't like Johnny Gill. He took my spot on New Edition. One of my favorite songs of all time from New Edition is Can You Stand the Rain? So to pay ode to that famous song, man, I'm going to give you my little rendition of Can You Stand the Rain? On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. Ooh. When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm? Then Ralph jumps in. 'Cause I need somebody who will stand. Shut up! Who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Hey, sunny days. Everybody has them. And tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? J-Rob, Tree, if you stop Doug singing, we will renege your BPA nomination. Huh? Buster, Doug, I see why you got kicked out of New Edition. Wait a minute. Back up, Jack. Shut up. Studio audience, y'all are out of control today. I mean, seriously, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have to take y'all into Larry's office after this show. That ninja, you just cracked my damn phone screen. What? Where's all of this coming from? Who's putting y'all up to say these things? Who's putting y'all... Okay, Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Did you prompt these people to say these nasty things to me on Spreaker.com?
You know what?
I mean, it's jealousy. Tree, we know that you sing. But you don't have to be the only person that can sing, okay? I can see it. What do the kids call it? Hating? Is that what's going on here, Tree? Are you hating on Doug Stewart? Dirty Della.
Oh, my God.
Dirty Della. Oh. Dirty Della. Oh. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! If you're not doing, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining your boy. National Say Something Nice Day. Say something nice to somebody. And it's also a Man Talk Monday. Let's see. I'm going to do birthdays here right now. And then we're also going to talk about Johnny Manziel in a second. But we got to let this hit. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. Speaking of Kanye West, you know him and that girl are pregnant again, right? Kim Kardashian. I guess her name is Kim Kardashian West now. She's swole again. Kanye keeping them barefoot and pregnant. Yeah. So congratulations to them. I saw that this morning on, was it TMZ or something like that? Today, birthdays for today, Nick Young. I'm not going to even say his nickname, but he's 30 years old, plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not going to even say it, but he's 30 years old today. You know, I got a little beef with dude from last year. He's just a freaking idiot. He should be proud that he can wear that Laker uniform. But anyway, so he's 30 years old today. Santana Moss is 36 years old today, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins for many years. And the New York Jets for many years as well, out of the University of Miami, from the U. 36 years old. Damn, he's getting old. I mean, in football years, that's a long, long time. Mark Curry is 54. You know who he is, Mr. Cooper, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Real funny brother. And as I mentioned earlier, it's this guy's birthday today. Yeah, it's Morgan Freeman's birthday today, 78 years old. And as I mentioned in the first segment of the show, man, grew up with Morgan Freeman on Electric Company. Like, how many people have started out like that on a kid's show and then blown up to be as big and one of the most established, most well-respected actors in the history of this country, like Morgan Freeman? Let me give you some little interesting facts about Morgan Freeman. Some of his most notable works, obviously, The Shawshank Redemption, Glory, Bruce Almighty. I've never even seen Bruce Almighty. He's been in the Dark Knight trilogy, The Sum of All Fears, Dolphin Tale. Do you know where Morgan Freeman's from originally? Morgan Freeman is originally from Mississippi. I believe he's from Jackson, Mississippi. Excuse me. He was in the military. In the United States Air Force from 1955 to 1959. He discovered acting from a school punishment. When he was in junior high, he pulled a chair out from under a girl. Damn, they've been doing that for a long time. He pulled out a chair from under a girl, and as punishment, he was ordered to participate in the school's drama program and discovered his love for acting. Here's a very interesting, kind of crazy one. He's against Black History Month. Huh? He's been known to criticize Black History Month and said, you're going to regulate my history of a month or relegate my history to a month. I don't want Black History Month. Black history is American history. Okay, that's a true statement. I understand where he's coming from on that. But, I mean, damn, I mean, come on. I mean, just to acknowledge we got a damn month is good. I ain't hating on Black History Month. And he's also a beekeeper. Huh? At his home in Mississippi, Freeman houses 26 beehives. In his humanitarian work, he understands the importance of bees and wants to have his own, including learning how to care for them. He also says he never wears special protection and that he is yet to be stung. That's a lie, though, Morgan Freeman. If you're around, I'm sorry I called the great Morgan Freeman a liar. But and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and Tree, the producer to the Doug Stewart Show, just jumped on the microphone.
Good morning.
Good morning. You think that's true? You think you could be around 26 beehives, not wear any protective clothing, and never been stung one time? That's impossible, right?
why would someone randomly make some ish
I
up
don't
like
know.
that?
I don't know. You know how these Hollywood types do.
It's a mind thing. I believe him because if he's got a very good grasp on mind over matter, he's probably actually doing what he says he is. Also, if I'm going to make up a lie, I'm not going to really go that's way. So don't do that. Don't say that. Yeah. And just for the record, excellent singer, way better.
Oh yeah,
than some other people I know. You just heard him sing.
Oh, okay. I mean, that was okay. I mean, that wasn't on par with me. I mean, but what he does is he acts. So that's his first job. So, singing is secondary to him. I equally sing as well as do sports radio and talk radio. So he's not like me, but he's good. He's good. I'll give it to him.
Have you been paid to sing anywhere?
Who, me?
You.
Oh, all the time. All the time. I can't get into it right now, though. He speaks fluent French as well. Morgan Freeman speaks fluent French. He learned French at UCLA and became fluent in the language. And he is an Academy Award record breaker. He is the first African-American actor to have been in 3 Academy Award Best Picture winners. So the great Morgan Freeman's birthday is today. Happy birthday to him. Easy reader. We could do your favorite television show portrayals or actors or characters, probably the best. Y'all remember Mr. Green Jeans on Captain Kangaroo? Or y'all remember, what was the other thing? There was another character on there that was very prominent. Obviously, Captain Kangaroo was the man back in the day. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, all of those cats. We could do that one day on the Doug Stewart Show over the summer or something like that. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. So Johnny Manziel threw a water bottle at a badgering fan Saturday at the AT&T Byron Nelson Golf Tournament in an incident that was dismissed as fairly straightforward. He was, at this event, and somebody kept asking him for his autograph. He didn't want to give it to him. The guy kept badgering him, and they're saying that this guy, Johnny Manziel, threw a water bottle at the dude. And it was like a younger guy, 18-year-old kid. Horrible in the fact that you just got out of rehab, man. You just got out of rehab. Something like this wouldn't annoy me. It wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I just think the person was an idiot. Now, I hate the fact that athletes a lot of times are being held to or held to a higher standard than normal people. If you were at some place doing your job, in effect, if somebody's badgering you, you wouldn't like it. You might respond by throwing your water bottle at them. But because it's Johnny Manziel and because of his brand in the public eye, this is a huge story. I don't think it's that huge of a story, but it's strange to me that you could do something this stupid when you're such under a magnifying glass like Johnny Manziel is. So what has he really learned from his stint in rehab? Hopefully, man, and once again, I'm a guy that's been on the record. I think Johnny Manziel, or I thought he would be a great player in the NFL, but obviously he's got some loose cannonism in him where he just reacts and he can't think properly. Because why would you do something like this? Why would you even bring attention to yourself if you're him? If you're a guy, once again, that's been in the public spotlight for a lot of negative things outside of the sport of football, it just doesn't make sense at all. So, yeah, he's got a lot of loose cannon in him. Hopefully he can turn around. And let's see, outside of the prediction I made a couple of weeks ago, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, outside the prediction I made a couple of weeks ago that the Memphis Grizzlies would win this year's NBA championship, the second worst prognostication that I may have made in over 13, 14 years of doing this, man, is Johnny Manziel. But there's still time for him to turn things around. So I'm wishing and I'm hoping and I'm praying that he can turn said things around. Because if not, oh, boy, there's some audio of me. I actually have done shows. When I used to do the Doug Stewart Show on YouTube, I actually did an entire show. Something had happened, or he was drafted, or maybe it was when the draft happened or whatever, and I just showed total support for this guy and thought that this guy was going to be like Doug Flutie 2.0, and right now it's just not looking like that. It's just not looking like that. So, come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Turn it around, son. Turn it around. When we get back from the break, man, we'll talk some NBA. The playoffs or the finals get started this Thursday. Kevin Love speaks about his future in Cleveland, and the Chicago Bulls seem to have their guy. We'll talk about that. I'll read chat. All I'm going to do in the next segment is read chat. That's what I'm going to do as well. We're going to talk briefly some NBA playoffs or finals, but I'm going to read chat. Thank you. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
Bad boy, baby.
The bad boy of Sports Talk Radio, the Doug Stewart Show. This got to be one of the hardest beats in the history of the world. Got to be one of the hardest beats ever.
Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke, gun smoke. Biggie smoke for mayor, the rap slayer.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by Primerica. And my friend Greg Wynn, who's one of the top reps for Primerica. In life, good and bad things happen. And being prepared is always important. Did you know that 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place? If you're one of those people, man, you got to do better. I mean, come on, man. Your family depends on you. Call my friend Greg Wynn. His number is 678-439-7172. He's one of the top reps for Primerica, and he will take care of your insurance and financial needs. All right, so give him a call, 678-439-7172, and make sure and tell him that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. I promised in the last segment I was going to read chat, but we've been talking about Johnny Manziel. He's in the news. Threw a water bottle at a dude. You just can't do that if you're Johnny Manziel for obvious reasons. Also, Prince Shimble from the Atlanta Falcons has been waived. Linebacker killed his girlfriend's dog. I mean, who does that, especially with all of the situations that the Atlanta Falcons, some players have found themselves in dealing with animal abuse. So that's crazy to me. So we're talking about that. And also Morgan Freeman turned 79 years old today. Happy birthday to him. But Kevin Love expects to be back on the court for opening night of the 2015-2016 season for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, he can opt out of his contract, but the Cleveland Cavaliers can give him another year guaranteed money as far as a deal than any other team in the NBA. So he could theoretically opt out of his contract, renegotiate with the Cleveland Cavaliers for 5 years, or he can sign with another team for 4 years. So chances are, and money-wise, it's best for him to come back to Cleveland. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm a guy that's kind of holding out hope, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm a guy that's kind of holding out hope that he will opt out of his deal and sign with the hometown, because he is from L.A., played for the Bruins as well, that he will opt out and go and play for the Lakers. I mean, that'd be a great thing. He'd be happier. He'd get more money in endorsements. I'm trying to be positive and hopeful about this, but I doubt it very seriously. But we'll see what happens with Kevin Love in the all season. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And also, Fred Hoiberg is set to be the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls. This is a name that we've heard really for a couple of months now, when all the ramblings started happening about Tom Thibodeau being fired there in Chicago. Obviously, there's a relationship between him and the GM of the Chicago Bulls. He's been doing fantastic as a head coach for the Iowa State Cyclones in college, his alma mater. They've been to the tournament, I think, 4 of the last 5 years. So he's a good coach. He's a young coach, very smart coach, good basketball player, played in the league for many, many years. So we'll see what happens when they finally do announce that he's going to get the job. The deal looks like it's going to be a 5-year, $25 million deal. So congratulations to him in taking that job. Still don't understand why you get rid of Tom Thibodeau. I hate bias. I hate politics coming into play with these coaches. But I think that Fred Hoiberg might turn out to be a good job, or he just might suck. We'll see. We'll see what happens when he becomes the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. From Casey Doug, did the old man from the tavern show up at the Omega Seersucker suit event? No, he didn't. And for new listeners, quick, long story short, we hosted a fight party at the Tavern restaurant here in Southwest Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, obviously for Mayweather and Pacquiao. And long story short, once again, an old man stepped to me. He was mad about the way we were doing things. We had the volume down to the TV, and this old geezer who had his pants pulled all the way up to his damn nipples stepped to me and wanted to fight me. This guy wanted to fight me, and we got witnesses, and I didn't even say anything to the guy, but he wanted to fight me, and I stood down because I didn't want to hurt that old man. From Dollars and Cents, Doug, I smell your ass through my phone today, smelling like a wino. Ah, man. Yeah, I mentioned earlier how I had really drunk like a fish this past weekend at the event. I was the MC of the event. I did that after the fact, though. I was good when I was doing my little hosting responsibilities From Texas Tide, say something nice today. Tree, you do a great job of playing hide and seek with well-deserved BPA. What? Tree, you do a great job of playing hide and seek with a well-deserved BPA. Okay. For people that don't know that story, Tree, the producer to the show, you heard her a little bit earlier. She's been nominated for a Boiled Peanuts Award seemingly every week we've done it, and she has yet to win it. Now, there's been staunch competition, and if she wins it on the fair, on the up and up, she would win it. I would give her the award, but she hasn't yet, and a lot of people are speculating that there's some type of, stuffing of the voter box, the balloting box. That's not the case. And the Boiled Peanuts Award basically is an award that goes to the Buster of the week. From Uncle Mike, Morgan Freeman fact, he is rich as hell, worth $400 million. Damn. Morgan Freeman's worth $400 million? Whew, bless your heart. Chef Ivan the Great, Morgan Freeman, a.k.a. Hulk from Driving Miss Daisy, laugh out loud. I've never seen that movie as well. I've never seen Driving Miss Daisy.
What is wrong with you? Oh, my God.
And I saw you scrambling trying to get on the microphone right there. I have never seen Driving Miss Daisy.
Your attention span probably can't handle something like that.
Well, you know what? The whole concept it never really excited me. I mean, the whole damn movie's about him driving around an old white lady? Is that the whole movie?
I mean, it has some other substance, It's a good movie, Douglas. You could watch it with the LOP.
The LOP is the leader of the pack, the life of the party. That's what I call my baby girl, Kara. I don't think so. There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies that are called classics, and I have no desire at all to go back and watch them. And then there's a lot of movies that come along that I miss, and then I can't wait until I finally get to see it, on a Saturday night or something like that. But Driving Miss Daisy, well, why did I keep saying Davy? Driving Miss Daisy has never, ever excited me ever and compelled me to go watch it. I know, that's crazy, right? And I always, I go back and, when Morgan Freeman did Shawshank Redemption, I didn't see that originally, but I went back and I saw it. Fantastic movie. I got no desire to see Driving Miss Daisy. From Dollars and Cents, say something nice today. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. It's always an honor to hang with y'all for a few hours. That's from Dollars and Cents. Now, that's what I'm talking about, Dollars and Cents. Say something nice to your fellow Stewies in the chat room. I mean, a lot of time, there's a lot of bickering going on in the chat room. And it's okay. I mean, we all family. Sometimes we disagree, and that's what we do in sports talk. We debate about certain topics or whatever. So if you've had a little ongoing beef with somebody in the chat room, your fellow Stewie, say something nice to them today, Say something nice to them today. That's what we're doing on the Doug Stewart Show today. National Nice, say something nice to somebody day. I like that. From Vince Wright, happy birthday, Red. Shawshank is a top 10 classic movie of mine. Oh, yeah. Shawshank Redemption, that was good. It was intriguing, the entire thing. And then when you figured out the little spin at the end, then it was even better. I love movies with twists at the end. And I guess it was a twist, but it wasn't really a big twist. But it was a twist at the end of Shawshank Redemption. And I really, really liked that movie. That was a great movie. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up. When we get back, man, we'll talk about another coaching hire in the NBA. And also, man, stay tuned. I'm going to give you some talk about college football and who says they don't make money. And also stay tuned as well. I'm going to tell you how you can help the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Keep it locked. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers in compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. The world's heavyweight champion of Sports Talk Radio, Guy Talk Radio, The Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining your boy. Man, I mean, do you not have fun? Are you not entertained when you listen to The Doug Stewart Show? You know you are. You know you are. I'm going to read some chat here, man. And chat is what really separates this show from any other show in America. We totally incorporate the listener. Thank you to the listener. Once again, today is National Say Something Nice Day, okay? And so thank you to the listeners of the Doug Stewart Show, the Stewies as I call them, for being totally interactive and sending me all this great conversation starters with the chat in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Okay, so Tree, have you done that yet? Jump on the mic for a second.
I'm working on it. Thank you.
Okay, so Tree's working on something. I need you guys to help me today to promote and pass the word on the Doug Stewart Show. I'll tell you about it here in a second, okay? So just stay tuned for that. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. We talked a little bit about Fred Hoiberg being the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Kevin Love saying he's probably going to stay in Cleveland. Johnny Manziel is in the news, as well as Prince Shimbo, linebacker, former linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons, has been waived because he killed his girlfriend's dog. That's a horrible, horrible story. Also, man, Morgan Freeman, kind of remembering Morgan Freeman, and that kind of sounds like he died or something like that, but no, he didn't die. Actually, we should celebrate people more while they are here. Now, Morgan Freeman just turned 79 years old, and, he's had a fantastic career. And so I just saw a couple of images earlier of the great B.B. King was laid to rest. So let's celebrate the great Morgan Freeman on his birthday. He's 79 years old. The man's been in a gazillion movies. One of my favorite movies of all time, Shawshank Redemption. He was in that. He was also in a movie that I have no desire to see at all, Driving Miss Daisy. But shouts out to the great Morgan Freeman. Also, Alvin Gentry, man. Alvin Gentry, assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors, is set to become the new head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. Wait, no, don't act like that. Don't act like that. Studio audience is kind of confused as well. Now, all right, so he was the top assistant, and I guess he's well respected in NBA circles because this is Alvin Gentry's 5th job head coaching in the NBA. He was the head coach of the Clippers, or actually this is his 4th job, including this one. He was the head coach of the Clippers, the Pistons, and the Miami Heat. And now he's the new head coach of a dynamite young team in the New Orleans Pelicans with Anthony Davis, obviously a guy who most people and a lot of people would start their franchise with right now. He now becomes the new head coach of the Pelicans. And my question, I'm kind of torn on this because obviously I'm happy that a black coach gets a job in professional sports. I'm happy because of that. But then at the same time, I hate the whole retread thing. So I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, what? They say now he's like this offensive genius. You know, he did big things when he was the coach at Phoenix. Actually, this is his 5th job. I forgot about the Phoenix job. When he was the head coach of the Phoenix Suns, you know, they had this high-paced offense, and they ran up and down the court, and he's kind of, you know, added his expertise with that, with the Golden State job being Steve Kerr's top assistant. So very well regarded. And I guess he's kind of like the Don Coryell of the NBA. For people that don't know who Don Coryell is, Don Coryell was the head coach of the San Diego Chargers, and they had this thing called Air Coryell. And you think they throw the ball around a ton right now. Ask somebody about Dan Fouts and Charlie Joyner and John Jefferson and those guys and Kellen Winslow back in the day. They used to chunk the ball around. So high-paced offense, and I guess that's what Gentry is known for, and I guess he's very good at it, obviously, getting his 5th job. But they haven't really done anything. Like him being the head coach of any of these teams that he's coached in the past, they haven't done anything. I mean, has he taken any of these teams to the finals? No. None. So how the hell? He must be gives a great-ass interview. All right? Once again, I'm happy for the brother. But then, damn. I mean, there's nothing exciting about him. He doesn't have a track record of really to the level of success that you desire to get another job as a head coach. But okay. Congratulations, I guess. Good for him. Good for him. Damn, Alvin Gentry. Brothers live 1,000 years to get one damn job. He going on his 5th. Good for him. From Grego. My wife said she was going to seersuckers and sundresses. I says, no, you aren't. Hughes are running that. We are going. We are going. From who we got? J.B. Jennings. Good thinking, Grego. Had a couple of Qs as roommates in college. I know how they get down. Okay. 90 for life. Yeah, Doug, you aren't the worst singer, but the worst singer is on life support. Laugh out loud. What does that mean? I'm confused. I mentioned earlier about my singing exploits and how every once in a while on the show I honor the listeners by singing. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, so thank you for that. So sometimes when I see these messages from listeners kind of questioning my singing, I'm kind of confused because that can't be the case. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show from SJB Jennings. Doug, before you try and sing, do us all a favor and gargle some salt water, sir. That'll help me even sing even better. Okay, I'll try that. Clear my voice up, I guess. From Vince Wright. Any new TV shows I should be up on? Speaking of which, me and Tree were talking about it earlier. Power. The 2nd season of Power comes back on this Saturday night. Can't wait for that. The 50 Cent produced TV show. 2nd season, very good. It comes on Stars, the Stars channel. Can't wait for that to come back on. So check Power out. You can go back before the season 2 premiere this Saturday. You can go back and watch the entire 1st season probably right now on demand. So I would definitely suggest you go do that. 9 for life. Allegedly kill a person, Ray Lewis, you can get off and still play. Allegedly kill a dog, no questions, you go home. F out of here. Where are we in this world? Yeah, when you look at it from that perspective, especially dealing, I think it's probably more so to do with the city of Atlanta and the organization with the Falcons and the history going back to what happened with Mike Vick, obviously, and then I mentioned Jonathan Babineau had been in trouble for the same type of crime as well, even though he beat his. But it's very prevalent, man, and it's a big, big issue here in this city. Yeah, it doesn't add up a lot of times. It does not add up a lot of times, the veracity in which these animal rights companies go after these teams or these perpetrators in this type of situation. I definitely understand where you're coming from. From dollars and cents, honestly, I had put my hand on my dog for pissing on my floor. Lamont Hart, he must have hated that dog for something. Dog probably sleeps in the bed. He got tired of his ass. Yeah, and talking about Prince Shimbo from the Atlanta Falcons. From Thalpay, Kim West riding raw. Ooh, yeah. Kim Kardashian West riding raw. I mean, that's just such a great image. Which actually is not very hard to find. Just Google Ray J and Kim. Miss Mocha Bella. I mean, that's from what I heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that Ray J and Kim Kardashian, that's what I heard. About her riding raw. Something about riding raw, Ray J. It's just something in TMZ that I heard about. Miss Mocha Bella, 90 for life. You are the best looking man in the chat room. Say something nice today. That's what I'm talking about. Today is National Say Something Nice Day. And I really like when the Stewies, they say something nice to each other. They might have been beefing or whatever and debating about something in sports or beyond, and sometimes it gets kind of contentious. But because today is National Say Something Nice Day, Miss Mocha Bella gave the great Niner for life a compliment. Thank you, Miss Mocha Bella. Sly, the sports guy. Larry Fishburne was on Pee-wee's Playhouse. That's right. I didn't really watch Pee-wee's Playhouse. Why was it? Maybe it was because I was a little bit older and I just was never into that. Or maybe it was, I don't know why I never really watched. I know what Pee-wee's Playhouse is. But yeah, Larry Fishburne was on there. Al the Bandit, no disrespect, but didn't Morgan Freeman marry a stepdaughter or something like that? I don't think that was true. I think that's an urban legend. And Tree, can you look up the details about that? I remember when that story had happened. Allegedly, his wife's. Now, wait a minute. I think the story went like this, and Tree can correct me when she gets the details of it, and we talk about it later. But I think the way the story went is his ex-wife's child he married, but he wasn't the father of the actual child. It's still creepy as hell that you would, get with your ex-wife's daughter. I mean, that's still creepy as hell. I don't think that's actually the case. I think that's kind of like some urban legend. We're going to try to confirm that, and we'll talk about it in the next segment of the show. But, yeah, if that's the case, if he actually really did do that, and I'm sorry I don't have the details of that, if he really did do that, then that's pretty damn creepy. I mean, he from Mississippi, and they always talk about kissing cousins or whatever in the South. But, I mean, I didn't think anybody actually did that.
Sir.
I'll tell you what, you found the information on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on to it when we get back. We're going to do two things. We're going to tell people how they can promote the Doug Stewart Show in a very efficient manner. And then we'll also get the details on this Morgan Freeman marrying his daughter thing. All right, don't go away, the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies. made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Ballas and Bustas. Haven't really even concentrated a lot on Ballas and Bustas. Not really a lot going on in that realm from this past weekend. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. So give them a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out. Couple of things. I've had Tree do some investigation. Let me say this first before we even get into that stuff and the Morgan Freeman stuff. I see a couple of messages in the chat room, people showing concern because they haven't gotten their Doug Stewart Show t-shirt yet. I am proud to announce that the t-shirts will be mailed out today. Yes! They're already packaged and ready to go. So you should get them no later than Thursday. Thank you for being very patient with TDSS, the Doug Stewart Show. You have to understand, Stewies, okay? We are operating on a very, very minimal budget and a very, very small staff. But what happened was when we mentioned the whole idea about donating $20 to the show or more and getting a Doug Stewart Show t-shirt, it kind of coincided with Memorial Day, and so the printing got pushed back a couple of days. So it's all good. We have the t-shirts, and they will be mailed out today. So as God is my witness, you should get the t-shirts. If you donated $20 or more to the Doug Stewart Show t-shirt, you should get the first run edition of the collectible Doug Stewart Show t-shirt by this Thursday. Praise God. Praise God! So, Tree, jump on here for a second. So two things. First of all, I asked you to look up and do some research on Morgan Freeman marrying his daughter. Now, is that a true story or is that an urban legend?
So the last published information was where he adamantly says that he never had a romantic relationship with his then 27-year-old stepdaughter, Adina Hines. She is his step-granddaughter. She was adopted by his partner or whoever. Let's see. For the record, she is the granddaughter of Morgan's first wife, Jeanette Adair. She and Morgan are not related by blood.
So his ex-wife, they adopted this girl.
It's the granddaughter of Morgan's first wife. So that must be one of her children's kids.
Got you. So there's no blood at all, but still it's creepy.
The fact that you have to say that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're like 90 and she's 27.
Yeah, that's not a good look at all.
That's some Hungry Jack biscuit stuff happening, first of all.
Right. That's definitely not a good look. Okay, so that's the case. All right, and also one other thing, I've been mentioning it throughout today's show. You are posting in the chat room right now a special message from listeners to the Doug Stewart Show to at least one of their friends, right?
Yes, it just says I'm trying to make it low maintenance. If you'll just take that line that says live interactive sports talk hashtag TDSS, and then there's a link there, and just text it to someone that you know is craving good sports talk.
And guy talk, right.
And guy talk. Just text that. Text the whole thing, though, so, they know what it is.
So very simple, a very easy way, and every day I tell you to, pass the word on the show, but this is very easy. Go into the chat room, cut and paste the message that Tree has just placed in there, and just text it to one of your boys. That's it. Text it to one of your boys or one of your girls or whatever and tell them to check out the Doug Stewart Show. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any typing. You're cutting and you're pasting and you're texting. That's it. Very simple, very low maintenance. So help your boy out in promoting the Doug Stewart Show. Do that to at least one of your friends today, and I would ask that you do it at least once every day. I really would appreciate that. But, yeah, that will help us out tremendously, man, in getting the word out about the Doug Stewart Show. You say you love the show, help me, Dan, promote the show. Yes, sir. Come on, man. I mean, your friends need the Doug Stewart Show in their life. I mean, they may not know it, but they definitely need it. And you know they need it, so help your folk out, all right? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And, oh, yeah, don't forget, we really kind of emphasize it on Friday, but anytime that you're feeling in the mood, you're feeling gracious, you can go to thedougstewartshow.com, click on the little donate button, and donate $20 or more to the show, and we will send you a Doug Stewart Show T-shirt. Anything less, man, we would thank you for that as well. Help independent radio, help out this movement. I mean, and this is a movement because, trust me, there are a lot of powers that be that don't like the way that I do sports talk radio and that I do radio in general, period. Trust me on that. And come on, man, you love freedom of speech and you love keeping it real, so donate to the Doug Stewart Show. We would greatly appreciate it. Just tip your bartender. Simple as that. Simple as that. From Grego, Tree doesn't ever deserve the BPA. Hashtag say something nice. That's what I'm talking about, Grego. Wow. This whole Tree, okay, Tree, we had
vendetta.
Yeah, we had some minor, we had some, right. We had some minor pre-discussions this week about this. We're trying to put in place an actual official poll where we can put it totally in the listener's hand, the Stewie's hand.
All the whiners.
Right. To elect the week's boiled peanuts winner. Are we making any strides to make that happen?
I can say that it'll happen next week. Just so everyone knows, I won't be here Friday.
Right. So Tree's not going to be here this Friday.
And Larry he can't be trusted with certain things.
Okay, so for this week, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show.
I said that on air.
Right. For this week, we're going to keep it the way that we've done in the past, and really it's just kind of like a feel based on what the listeners are saying in the stat room and the chat room as far as who should win the Boiled Peanuts Award. But next week, we will have an official poll, so there won't be any questions. Okay, there won't be any, you're rigging it, you don't want Tree to win it, and that's not the case, actually. But we'll have an official poll for next week's BPA, all right? This week, we're going to still do it the traditional way we've done it, and that's still good. I mean, we have a lot of fun doing it that way, man, and once again, it is on the up and up. If you deserve the Boiled Peanuts Award, you will win it. I mean, we're a Boiled Peanuts Award equal opportunity giver. That's who we are around here on the Doug Stewart Show. From Slide, the sports guy, Larry Fishburne was on Pee Wee's Playhouse. I think I already read that. Let's see what we got here. J-Rob, Tree nominated for a BPA because of the silence. Togo Uganda Coles, Tree, stop trying to deflect and take responsibility. Claim your award. Now, come on, Togo Uganda. That's not nice to say on National Say Something Nice Day.
Whatever's in them comes out of them, out of those people. They're talking about your failure to drink your concoction this morning so you wouldn't have visual challenges on the board. But that's my fault.
Well, I guess what you're talking about is earlier.
That's what Togo's talking about.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry, Togo. I knew that wasn't the Togo that I know, especially on National Say Something Nice Day to say something mean to Tree like that.
You're sorry. He's giving me a hard time for something that is not.
Well, let me go back. Earlier in the show, we kind of had some issues with the microphone, and people are kind of speculating that it was Tree's fault, and it was her fault. It was her fault. But Tree, it's hard to explain what goes on in engineering, but Tree seems to think behind the scenes that it was partly my fault as well, and that's not the case. We're sorry about that. And now that I think about it, Tree, I mean, you were already nominated unprecedentedly for a BPA this past Friday, so I'm going to add a star to your name. I mean, we got to keep these mics going.
Another star.
A star. I mean, you're the only person in the history of the BPA to get a star twice. Yeah, I mean, we got to make sure that the proper things is going on back there, and Waterhead's doing his job, and that's what you do. That's your job. And also, Tree thought that maybe a part of the reason why we had that little issue is because I'm alcohol dead, as they say. I'm not alcohol dead. I'm not alcohol dead. I am not hungover. I drank a lot of water after the fact, and yesterday tried to rehydrate. But it's tough. It's tough. You can hear it in my voice. I can't do it like I used to. It's just tough. But it totally was not my fault, the whole microphone issue. From Stringer, come on, Doug. You hung over 2 days later. Are you 45 or 65? Feels like I'm 65, folk. 90 for life. I think love will leave just saying what they want to hear. You're saying something nice on National Say Something Nice Day. Thank you. It's probably not going to happen. From Stringer, I don't think the Cavs need love. They can use that money to bring someone else to town, even if it's in 2 years. Yeah, if the Cavaliers go ahead and win the championship especially, they don't need Kevin Love. Yeah, maybe they do some type of sign and trade where he can get the 5 years, and they can, trade him and get another piece. I mean, if they win the championship, they don't need a lot, but I would suspect that they, want a better two-guard. J.R. Smith is doing a good job, but, I mean, J.R. Smith, for the most part, has been like a 6-man-of-the-year type player. He's come off the bench a lot of times. He's a fantastic player, but he's streaky. Maybe they go and get a two-guard, man, with the money they would have given Kevin Love, because clearly what they're doing right now without him is working. I agree with you on that. From that ninja, Doug, you hate Dwight, but want Love on your squad. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kevin Love is a much, much better player. I would much rather have Kevin Love than Dwight Howard. Yeah, I mean, it's no... you didn't misunderstand me. I do not like Dwight Howard's game. It's not just that I take Kevin Love over Dwight Howard. I take pretty much damn near anybody at the playground over Dwight Howard. Not just Kevin Love. I'm Scotty Hoiberg and the GM are best friends, and he gets the job. Isn't that tampering? I don't think that's tampering. It's politics. That's something that I do hate, and I always talk about it. I hate that in sports. You know, sports should be all about what happens on the field or on the court. But a lot of times, politics do come into play. All right, when we get back from the break, man, all I'm going to do is read chat. And we'll also talk about how college football is just killing them profit-wise. Don't go anywhere. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice, frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. And I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers in compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday, Ballas and Bustas from this past weekend. Busted to anybody that says that college football is losing money and that's why we can't pay the kids and this, that, and the other. And I'm talking about that in a second. Busted to those people. Pay these damn kids, man. That Ticket Liquidator, though, who brings us this segment. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best of the world of entertainment, culture, and sports and what they have to offer. All right, so give them a call for all your ticket needs. Write the number down just for a future occasion. If you're, stressed trying to get tickets for a play or a sporting event or whatever, it should pop in your mind. Hey, ding, 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 ding. Doug always talks about Ticket Liquidator. I can get tickets from them probably. So give them a call at 855-638-3034. That's 855-638-3034 for all your ticket needs. But the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, is going to pay out $436 million out of an NCAA record $455 million in revenues between its 14 institutions. It was announced on this past Friday. Each team will get $31.2 million, an increase of more than $10 million per school from last year. The payout last year was $20.9 million. The Big 12 would distribute north of $250 million. And once again, the SEC made $455 million this past year. Now, I know. And these hypocrites that talk about how you shouldn't pay athletes, everybody getting rich. Everybody is eating high off the hog, except for the kids, the actual workers, the laborers. I mean, they would call this something else 100 years ago, 400 years ago, but we won't even go there. But, yeah, go ahead and pay these damn kids, man. Unbelievable the type of money that they're making. And it's probably even more than that, but you know how they cook the books or whatever to let the numbers show what they want them to show. I mean, you can't show that we made $1 billion, because if you show we made $1 billion, then people would really get outraged. I'm going to guess they probably making the billions of dollars in profit. Not before expenses. I'm talking about in profit. So, yeah, there you have it, the SEC. Now you got the SEC Network, and it's just big business, man. Big business as usual. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show, and it is a Man Talk Monday. So Buster Award goes to the SEC and college football in general. From Scotty, Hoiberg and the GM are best friends, and he gets the job. Isn't that tampering? I read that earlier. I apologize. From Vince Wright, Driving Miss Daisy is horrible. Driving Miss Daisy won Best Movie over Glory, if I remember. Now, that's a travesty in itself. Now, once again, I didn't see Driving Miss Daisy, and we're talking about Driving Miss Daisy because, if you're just joining us, because today is Morgan Freeman's birthday. We're talking about Driving Miss Daisy because of Freeman, but I've never seen the movie, but it can't be better than Glory. I mean, Glory was just a theatrical masterpiece. Denzel in there crying. You remember, you want to kick old Sarge's ass? And Morgan Freeman was in that as well. If Driving Miss Daisy won an Oscar over that, that's wrong. From That Ninja, Say Something Nice Day. George Zimmerman should be shot in the head. He deserves to die slowly, so that is nice. What? Damn, Ninja. I mean, golly, man. I mean, the day is National Say Something Nice, and I guess in your mind, you said something nice. Shoot the man in the head and then die slow. That's not cool, Ninja. And I should preview these messages a little bit more before I read them. Come on, man. That's not cool. I mean, I know where you're coming from. I definitely get where you're coming from, but damn. Sluggo. Doug, can you clear up the BPA? Are we voting on who gets the award for the week, or are we just putting up nominees? No, we're just putting up nominees right now, and then we'll decide on Friday. And when I say we, and you help decide, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I mean, we kind of get a feel of the opinions expressed in the chat room, who you would like to win. You know, it's kind of like we kind of get a sense of it. The streets be talking, and the chat room be talking, and so that's where we come up with the winners. Now, we're trying to come up with a way to do it more scientifically, which we'll put into place next week, not this week. But that's how we do it. We've always taken your recommendations for who wins the Boiled Peanuts Award. We have, from day one. From Coach Bill Royals. I think Lean on Me was the best Morgan Freeman movie. Lean on Me was classic. Quick little story about Lean on Me, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. My line brother, which was actually my line president when I pledged frat in spring 90, actually went to Eastside High School. Joe Clark, the character that Morgan Freeman played in the movie The Principal. So he actually went to Eastside High, and he was actually the student body president of the school that year, the senior class or whatever. Real smart guy. He's a doctor right now. He's a PhD right now, and he actually went to Eastside High. When I tell you, people have two sides to them. Like, this dude is probably one of the most streetest, most hardcore dudes you ever meet in your life, and then he's actually a genius. Shouts out to my LB, Jihad Aziz. His name when we were in school, for people that went to South Carolina State, remember James. His name was James Smith. Very generic name, and then he converted to Muslim a little bit later, and his name now is Jihad Aziz. One of the brightest brothers you ever meet in your life, but my gosh, he's hardcore. I mean, I'm just going to put it like that. I'm just going to put it like that. You can tell the environment that he grew up in, and he actually attended Eastside High School in Jersey. From Coach, or from Dollars and Cents, well, damn, I'm glad another brother got a head coaching gig in the NBA at least. Yeah, I mean, the whole Alvin Gentry thing, I'm kind of conflicted about it because, damn, brother got a job, but this is his fifth job. Oh, my gosh. You know how many coaches? Yeah, okay, so let me get this straight. I'm talking about the whole Alvin Gentry thing. Just a name that popped out in my mind, just now. You mean to tell me Alvin Gentry, who from what I remember, I don't think he even played in the NBA. You mean to tell me Alvin Gentry is on his fifth job and Patrick Ewing can't get one? A Hall of Fame player that's been an assistant for, I'm going to guess, at least 10 years. Yeah, I mean, at least 10 years. And there's so many other players. I remember Alex English was a long-time assistant. I don't know if he still is. Was a long time assistant. He couldn't smell a job. There's so many cats out there that deserve an opportunity. But once again, because of politics, and I hate politics, one of my pet peeves, man, is politics. For whatever reason, I mean, hell, Kareem was an assistant, or maybe still an assistant, for a long-ass time. Okay, Kareem can't get a job, and he played, I always believe that the good thing about basketball is a guy that hadn't been an assistant for a long time is kind of like time served, or they get credit for being a great player, because in basketball, really, in relative terms, man, you know the game or you don't know the game. So I love it when I see guys like Avery Johnson and Jason Kidd, get jobs immediately or fairly quickly after retiring. But yeah, there's been so many guys that can't get an opportunity to be a head coach in the NBA, and then you turn around and you see, Alvin Gentry on his fifth head coaching job. That seems unbelievable to me. Like, there should always almost be something in the bylaws that you get 3 opportunities and that's it. 3 strikes you out. Like, after 3 strikes, you can't get another head coaching job, and we've seen it time and time again. So, once again, I'm very conflicted about that story, man, because I'm happy a brother got a job, but then at the same time, damn. I mean, you don't know how good of a coach Patrick Ewing's going to be until you give him an opportunity. Now, he may suck. He may not be able to communicate properly, and that's always kind of like the under dwellings of the conversation on why Patrick Ewing hadn't gotten a head coaching job yet. But damn, the man's put in his dues. What more does he have to do? I mean, can you imagine what Patrick Ewing is saying today? What? Alvin Gentry got another job? Huh? And Bob McAdoo's been and maybe some of these guys, I brought up Bob McAdoo's name, and Bob McAdoo, longtime assistant for the Miami Heat, actually finished out his career playing for my Lakers. Bob McAdoo's been an assistant for 30 years. I know he's been an assistant for 30 years. Bob McAdoo retired from the Lakers. I think that was the last team he played for. He's an all-star, was a Hall of Fame type player for the Buffalo, I think it's the Buffalo Braves, or I can't remember the team. When he was a young player, they had an NBA team in Buffalo, and he was an all-star player and now a Hall of Famer. But when he played for the Lakers, he was on his last legs. But I remember him from the Lakers. But Bob McAdoo, I know retired 30 years ago. And the man's still an assistant. Maybe he doesn't want to be a head coach. I find that hard to believe. But damn. Back to Alvin Gentry. Bless his heart. I mean, he should conduct a class on giving an interview. The man has had 5 head coaching jobs in the NBA. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. There's only 30 of them. And you've had 5 opportunities? Damn. All right, that's cool. All right, look at the time, man. Last hour of the show, or last segment of the show coming up. So stay tuned. We'll read more of your chat. And that's what we'll do, man. Golly, we need a second hour. Or a third hour. We need a third hour. Damn. You can donate to the Doug Stewart Show, man. At Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. You can email me there. You can also go to DougStewart.com, thedougstewartshow.com, and donate as well. We really would appreciate it. We're working on that third hour, baby. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. Don't go anywhere. The Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the 2 Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
It's hard out here for a pimp. Also a sports talk show host as well. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for joining your boy, man, on this Man Talk Monday. All I'm going to do is read more chat. We'll wrap up today's show. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you text out the message that Tree placed in the chat room a little bit earlier to one of your friends, just one of your friends. You don't have to do any work. Just text that out to one of your friends, man, and let's help to promote this show, the Doug Stewart Show, on a Man Talk Monday on Spreaker.com, Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Let me read some of this chat here from DC Cavalier. Monty Williams should have never been fired. Yeah, I mean, he did a good job in relative terms. The thing about Monty Williams, though, it almost seems like he was given that opportunity and they were looking for somebody to take it to the next level. And I mentioned that when that whole thing happened. I definitely understand if you don't think he should have been fired. I get that, but it kind of reminds me of, which is crazy, which is crazy that they fire Monty Williams and bring in Alvin Gentry, because that wasn't really a step up in relative terms. But you know what? The same thing when the Bulls got rid of Doug Collins and they brought in Phil Jackson. We had never really heard of Phil Jackson, but they knew something. So maybe the Pelicans organization knows something that we don't. Maybe they see some type of deficiencies in Monty Williams' coaching that's not going to take him to the next level, and maybe they feel like Alvin Gentry is that guy to take them to the next level. Could we be seeing a Doug Collins, Phil Jackson situation? I mean, kind of feels like that. We'll see if it turns out like that, but you remember the Bulls have been very successful, but they couldn't get past the Detroit Pistons, and what did it take Jordan, like his 7th year to win a ring when Phil got there? So we'll see if maybe that's a situation where, Anthony Davis is comparable to Michael Jordan at that time, and maybe Alvin Gentry comes in and does take them up another notch. I don't know. I would be suspect about that because, the man's had 5 other jobs. I mean, good Lord, or 4 other jobs. From Coach Bill Royals, Doug, you hung out with my boys Bullock and Rico from Detroit. I did! Small world! Yeah! So, yeah, what he's talking about for people that don't know, I mentioned earlier about sundresses and seersuckers, the event that the Qs had this weekend here in Atlanta. And Rico's a dude from Detroit, known him for many, many years. He's actually a good friend, Coach Bill Royals, with my chapter brother. And so if you know Rico, you probably know my chapter brother, Reggie Eady, Dr. Reggie Eady, who's actually the president of Detroit Mercy Hospital. I mean, we put out some top-notch dudes from South Carolina State, from Zion. Don't let nobody fool you. I just talked about my line brother, who's a doctor at a major university. A doctor of, I think James or Jihad, who I talked about in the last segment. I think my line brother Jihad is a doctor of philosophy, or maybe whatever field of study it is at a major college in Virginia. And then this bro I just talked about just now, Dr. Reggie Eady, is an actual medical doctor. And he actually runs a hospital up there. I think it's Detroit Mercy. Shouts out to Eady. Shouts out to Coach Bill Royals. Know some of the same people I know. From Harvey Scott. Harvey Scott says, Gentry to the Pelicans wasn't an upgrade at all. I tend to agree with you, Harvey Scott. Yeah, I mean, that really wasn't an upgrade. And then there's also something to be said about, familiarity and the fact that that Monty Williams knew the personality and the tendencies and how good or, what guys could or could not do on the court. And so you have to start all over, with that whole familiarity process that Alvin Gentry is going to have now with the players. So I don't know, man. I just don't get that at all. If you get rid of, okay, I'm fine. Once again, I'm fine with you getting rid of a coach that you think really isn't that great of a coach to get a better coach. I guess I get that. I don't think it's necessarily fair, obviously. They haven't had great success. It's not like the same comparison with Thibodeau in Chicago because, I mean, hell, they made it to the playoffs every single year with the Chicago Bulls. Not the case necessarily with the Pelicans, but he did a good job in relative terms. A very young team, young players, a lot of acquisitions, a lot of moves. So, I don't know. I thought they were bringing in Chuck Daly or somebody like that, or I don't know, some great coach. Maybe they were going to get Phil out of retirement and make sure that he travels to away games, but I didn't think they were going to bring in Alvin Gentry. Me nor the studio audience thought that. It was very, very odd. Very, very odd. From Gridiron Assassin, say something nice. Goddamn, Mama Curry fine. And he did say got, G-O-T. 9 for Life. Wayward Pines. Has anyone checked this out with Terrence Howard? Tree was talking about that a little bit earlier. I have not seen that. I am finishing. Right now, I am on episode 11 of the final season of The Walking Dead. And that is a phenomenal TV show, man. I mean, it's phenomenal. So I'm on episode 11. I think there's only 5 more episodes. Can't wait to get to the end. That's just a phenomenal series, man. Definitely. I don't know if I had them. I may have forgotten about Walking Dead when we did the top 5 series of all times. That's got to rank up there very high, man. If you haven't seen that, make sure you take a look at it when you get a chance. Do some binge watching one weekend. From Vince Wright, can you send a tank top version of the Doug Stewart t-shirt to Sonya Curry? No, we can't do that. We can send a small version, and then they can do the little tapering thing in the back. This is something else, too, that I've got to tell you, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. All right, so we'd still like for you to donate, but we have actually run out of 2X size shirts. Yes, we did. Okay, so for the Doug Stewart Show, we had a certain amount of 2Xs, we had a certain amount of larges, and we had a certain amount of extra larges. So we ordered many more extra larges and many more larges than we did 2Xs. And all of the damn 2Xs are going. So you have 2 options. Don't stop donating if you're a big fella, okay? Don't stop donating. If you donate now, and what we do is we respond back to you. I respond back to you. What size do you want or whatever whenever we get the PayPal a donation. So if you need a 2X, consider getting an XL and just cutting off the sleeves and using it as a workout shirt. Or just hold up until run 2 of the Doug Stewart Show t-shirt. And run number 2 is going to be a totally different slogan or whatever on the front or whatever. So it's going to be unique. All right, this is run 1 of the t-shirt, and it's a collector's item. Then run number 2 will have a totally different slogan. It's going to be something real cool or whatever. So those are your 2 options. 1, get an XL and use it as a workout shirt. Or 2, just hold off until we order and get rid of all these first ones. And we order run number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show t-shirt shirt. Okay? I mean, damn. Like, who listens to the show? Former members of the Fat Boys? And then one dude's like, man, I'm extra tall. I'm not going to say any names. I'm extra tall, so send me a double X. I was like, bro, come on, man. They don't make the shirts like that. But, man, thank you so much. We've been having a lot of fun with it, man. We should have done this a long time ago with the T-shirts. Real cool. And trust me, when you get them, you're going to giggle to yourself when you see what we have on the front of it. I'm kind of keeping that a surprise until you open it up. But, yeah, the Doug Stewart Show T-shirts will go out today. You should receive them, even if you live in the Midwest like Vince. You should receive them no later than this Thursday. Probably some of you will get them tomorrow or Wednesday, but at the latest Thursday. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate it, man. That's really, really, really big. Yes, sir! Are you not entertained? You know you are, man. You know you are. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. We'll do it again tomorrow on a Tribute Tuesday. Ooh, we got a great Tribute Tuesday artist tomorrow, man. We're going to take you back to yesteryear. Thank you to the Tree of Life, the producer to the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for all that you do. I really do appreciate it. Waterhead, Walter, assistant producers to the show, thank you very much. Dwayne Vassan, Gerald Oliveri, my engineers, thank you so much. Shouts out to Larry. I got to give Larry a little bit of love. Yeah. People have been snitching on me to Larry, man. I said something last week. Anyway, but But anyway, shouts out to you, Larry, man. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. And also to all of the Stewies, we really appreciate it. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.